Bosco. And a pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Jack.
Going to keep going.
And a pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Sheridan Memorial Field. Jack Rizzo joined alongside by Elijah Weintraub as always. And welcome to Gale Sports TV on Channel 110 as we get set for this big North Jersey baseball matchup as the 7-2 Gales take on the 2-2 Don Bosco. Nigel Archibald, his 10th game now as the Gales baseball coach. Off to a great start, 7-2. A couple of tough losses. Lost 13-0 to St. Joe's last week. Tough loss to Milburn, 6-5 over the weekend, but otherwise all good. Eli, I don't think you could have really asked for a better start here for the Gales. What do you think Coach Nigel has been able to do best?
Well, I think the two positive notes for this team was, number one, their Florida trip. That definitely helped them a lot. And this year, the pitching crew has been incredible. You have about maybe half the team, at least 6 of them, we've seen already, doing a great job pitching. And that's just your foundation. That's what you need in a typical baseball game. That's your main key. And they've absolutely accelerated completely when it comes to that. Of course, the Gales are coming off of a 10-2 victory yesterday to see Caucus. Meanwhile, JV won yesterday's game 4-3, and after D'Alessandro, that was his last game before he's going to take a little time off before next week's game. Of course, D'Alessandro's grandmother did pass away yesterday. We do wish him our condolences. He will not be attending Thursday's game. He is a JV head coach. He will not be attending Thursday's game, as we previously mentioned. And we'll try our best. We'll wish him our condolences. He'll be joining us at the top of the second for the entire inning. We'll talk to him, interview him, and giving his thoughts throughout the game. For Don Bosco, the Gales are not playing for the rest of the season. And, and yesterday's varsity pitchers, Bradley Higgins, number 31, number 14, Matthew DeGennaro, and number 0, Jacob Herrera. Jacob Herrera and Matthew DeGennaro both in, except for DeGennaro, Jacob Herrera playing in tonight's game. Coach Mike Rooney is the head coach for Don Bosco. Entering this game, they are 2-2 after coming off a victory over John Carroll FL. Final score 10-0 in that game. We'll have more on all the games in just a moment. Jack, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. Don Bosco, one of the best teams in the state. I don't think their 2-2 record really says much about the program itself. But we have a great matchup here today, and I think Florida definitely did help. But speaking of Florida, the weather here today is quite different from what is the.
I don't know, Jack. It feels like Florida weather.
What the circumstances in Florida. It's game time temperature just 55, with the wind blowing east at around 15 miles per hour as we get set for the game. And
we have no lineup yet for Don Bosco. We are going to, as soon as we have it available, we will bring it to you live. For now, we are going to try our best to read off the numbers. Let's get through the Gale starting lineup. Jack, you want to take care of that?
Yep. So, Isaac Young takes the mound for the Gales today. Different bit of positioning in the lineup today. Tyler Giordano's been leading off all year. He stays in the leadoff spot, catching today for Young. Josh Moreno playing out and left. He's hitting second. Blaze Conti in the 3-hole all year. He stays there today. Recent transfer for the Gales, Jesus Bautista hitting fourth as the first pitch of the game from Young is a fastball in for a strike, and we are underway. Kyle Watson, the catcher, hitting fifth. He's playing first today. Jacob Herrera out in right field. Jason Rosado at short. Isaac Young hitting eighth as the pitcher, and Xavier Rana in center field as another strike there from Young, and it's quickly 0-2. And he bounces one in the dirt. Good stop by Giordano. 1-2. Again, we have no lineup right now for Don Bosco. We will try to get that information ASAP for you. 1-2 from Young. And it's all up and in over the head of the hitter, and it's 2-2. Yep. As Young steps off. Two from Young. And he struck him out. High fastball. And Young has his first out of the game. It's a strikeout of Don Bosco's leadoff hitter. Good up and in fastball. And one away here in the first. So the number 2 hitter now for Don Bosco up. Young struck out his first batter. Good high fastball. And curveball up and curveball high, 1-0. Gale's playing their 10th game of the year, 7-2 so far. And he hits one out to center, and out to shortstop. And Rosado makes a tough catch, battling the sun. Sorry, I got fooled where the ball was going. But Jason Rosado, the shortstop, puts it away for the second out. That brings up the number 3 hitter, lefty. So Young with 2 quick outs. Looking sharp so far. And he bounces one to second as Bautista has to hustle in, and he throws to Watson for the third out. And Isaac Young has a 1-2-3 opening inning. Bottom of the first coming up.
Great job.
Welcome back, folks. We just got Don Bosco's roster. We are currently in the process of writing it down. As soon as we finish writing everything down, we'll have everything up for you and ready to go. Meanwhile, to start for the Gales is number 3, Tyler Giordano. He is the catcher for today's game. And as a reminder, coming up at the top of the second, we'll be joined by David D'Alessandro, the JV assistant coach. He's the head coach. Yeah, he's in the bench. At the top of the second, he'll be joining us. And here comes the first pitch of the game, and it can be low for ball 1.
Well, the Gales have shown great plate discipline all year, and they should continue to get better at that as the season goes on. Walking at an incredible amount so far this season.
So 1-1 count at the moment. That was a strike called it.
Another good pitch, 1-2.
2-1. 2-1 count. 1-1-2, excuse me. The pitch again.
Ground
And it'll be
ball
a
to
ground
short.
ball.
And
Gets it for
oh,
the,
good pick. Oh no, it got away. Got away.
I
Safe
think
at
he's
first.
safe. Yeah,
Yep.
he's safe.
I thought he picked it. All right, he's safe.
We head now to number 11, Josh Marino, the left fielder.
And Moreno grounds one
And
foul.
fouls.
Nothing in one. So Josh Moreno, who usually hits cleanup, is up to the 2 hole today, as Kyle Watson, the catcher, usually bats second, is down to 5th in the lineup today with the righty on the mound. And by the way, pitching for what is number 13.
Don Bosco.
Don Bosco, I'm sorry. And a pickoff try, and Giordano gets back safely. Pitching for the Don Bosco today is Carlo Lalomia, number 13. So Carlo Lalomia is pitching today. And Moreno showing bunt, and
Almost another pickoff
catcher
attempt.
Kushner thought about throwing behind him, but he does not. Lalomia 1-1 to Moreno, and he takes up and away 2-1. So Giordano at first, a threat to run here against Lalomia, and a pickoff try, and he gets back relatively easy. Again, coming up at the top of the second, we're gonna have the coach of the JV team here at St. Mary's, Coach David D'Alessandro, here at the table with us for an interview. So definitely don't miss that. There goes Giordano, and Moreno flies one out to deep right. That ball's going back, and it's going to be over the head and all the way back to the wall. Giordano got a great jump. He'll score easily. Moreno around second. He's going to try for 3, and he will make it safely. It's a triple for Josh Moreno to drive in Giordano, and it's 1-0 St. Mary's.
Huge play
So Giordano
by Moreno.
was going on that play. It was a hit and run, and Moreno got it far enough over the right fielder Licurto. And it's 1-0 Gales here in the first.
That'll bring him now at number 55, Blaze Conti, who can get the scoring going as there's no outs and a runner on third.
Well, Blaze is red hot. More so than any other Gales hitter, he's red hot. Blaze is a terrific pitcher and hitter. Oh, he goes after one in the dirt, though, and it's 0-1. That was a wicked change up there from Lalomia. The 7-2 St. Mary Gales versus the 2-2 Don Bosco. They're going to play the infield back, so they'll concede a run on a ground ball. And Blaze goes after another one in the dirt, and it's quickly 0-2.
And it was 6-2 the record, Jack, just to clarify.
6-2?
Yep, 6-2.
I apologize. 6-2 is Don Bosco, and 7-2 is St. Mary's. That makes more sense. So quickly had 0-2 on Blaze through 2 changeups in the dirt. Moreno at third with 1 out. And Conti lays off that one, and it's 1-2. Good take. So 3 straight changeups from Lalomia. Well, try to keep the ball down. You throw the ball down, you get a likelier chance of a ground ball. I think if you hit a ground ball here, the run's going to score, though. Just got to put the ball in play.
And the wind's picking up on top
And
of this
it's in the
nice
dirt,
sun.
and it's 2-2. Yes, wind blowing right now about 15 miles an hour to the east. So we'll see if that is a factor in this game. It's definitely cold out here. What? So 2-2 to Blaze. And he takes in the dirt again, and it's a full count. This is exactly why Blaze has been playing the way he is. Getting
Yes.
down in the count 0-2, chasing 2 pitches in the dirt, coming back, same pitch 3 times in a row, but he's been able to lay off, and now we might get a pitch to hit here. So it's a 3-2 count. Moreno at third with nobody out.
Here comes the pitch.
Long hold. And it's in there. Strike 3 call. Blaze was starting to walk to first base. He thought it was ball 4. But Lolomia gets a call in the outside corner. And Conti is down for the first out. Good pitch by Lolomia.
He had the chances. They were there. But listen, it's only 1 out.
And
you still got to run our third. So
Yep.
you're going to possibly go into the second inning with 2
And now
out.
the recent transfer for St. Mary's, Jesus Bautista, is up now, the second baseman. Lolomia. So Blaze not able to get that runner in. And first pitch fastball for a strike. May have been outside, but the catcher, Kusher, did a great job framing that, and it's 0-1. Pretty good crowd today for both sides.
Yes. And
Even though it's pretty cold.
yeah. But we did notice that the Gales have lost in warmer weather instead
And
of
a good
colder
pitch,
weather.
and it's 0-2.
Maybe the cold weather is better for the Gales?
Once again, the Don Bosco will keep their infield back, so we'll concede the run on a ground ball. But he's 0-2, and it's outside. 1-2. I thought that was a strike.
Yeah.
That was like right down the middle, if I'm being honest. Must have been down.
From the angle, I had
But
a little
Jesus
to the left. So.
Bautista trying to get this runner in. Blaze Conti was unable to, as he struck out looking. Two. Catcher sets up outside. And that one's in there. Strike three called.
Ooh.
Another great framing job by the catcher Kushner. So back-to-back looking strikeouts for Carlos Lolomia. And now there's 2 out. Moreno still at third. And the catcher, Kyle Watson, comes up. Watson usually hits second in the lineup, but he's hitting 5th today.
And if you notice, every time the Gales player striked out, as we noticed twice already, Don Bosco would say, on the road.
Yeah. Well, it's whatever works for teams, I guess. So now Watts, and he takes a fastball for
Wow.
a strike. Another good fastball for Lomia. That's been his pitch so far. 0-1. Gill's still trying to get this runner in from third, but now there are 2 out. And Watson hits one out to left, and the left fielder has it measured, and he falls and he holds on to make the catch.
The
And
umpire
that's the
rules
end
it
of the
out.
inning.
Yeah.
What
Well, 1-0 though.
beautiful catch there by the left fielder Hannah.
D'Alessandro's up next.
Looked like he had problems with the sun, but he's able to hang on for the catch, and Watson flies out, and the Gales get 1 in, but after having a runner at third, nobody out there, not able to score. 1-0 to the top of the second.
If you want to move down here.
You want me to get him?
Oh, he's coming.
Yeah.
Move Alyssa's chair down.
Awesome.
We're off air for now, but we're going to be on. You can sit.
Here, I'll share you.
This is Bobby, by the way.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Appreciate it, bro. Like those.
Yep. Go ahead, sit.
All right, no cursing. Got it.
Good start so far.
Hey, we got to attack early.
Yep. Bit of a tough.
Guy on third with no outs. We got to score that guy.
That was a tough catch in left field. He completely flipped
No,
over.
yeah. No, we're hitting hard. He throws hard fastballs. And he has a curve. He throws dead heat, though. We got to be ready for it. How far do I go? Right here?
Yeah, go just a little bit closer because of the wind.
Got you. Sounds good.
And then we're going to look right at the camera for real quick.
All right, all open.
Okay. You're good, Jack.
All right, welcome back to the second inning. Gales leading 1-0. Got a run on a triple from Josh Moreno. And as promised, for the start of the second, we have right along our side the head coach of the St. Mary Gales junior varsity team, Coach David D'Alessandro. Coach, thank you for joining us.
Hey, you guys doing a great job. I'm proud to be here. Thank you so much.
You want to start with the questions, Eli? Go ahead. Ask your
Let's
questions
see the
first.
first pitch.
All right. Good
off
curveball. Good curveball.
So you've done basketball already, and now you're doing baseball. What made you decide to do it again?
Well, first of all, Nigel Archibald is building a great program here for the varsity team. I've gotten closer and closer with him as the years go on. We're both first-year teachers as well as coaches. He trusted in me to help the young kids, motivate them, and build them up so they expect what they expect for the varsity, to make varsity. So I'm doing the best I can. It's my first time ever coaching baseball. I coached basketball for a number of years since I was 16. I played baseball my whole life. It was my first love, so I'm just happy to do it.
So that brings me to a question I have. What have you like taken from learning from Coach Nigel in terms of coaching for baseball? Like, what have you taken from him?
Just to use the speed to your advantage. You know, he's built the program everywhere he's been. He's been he works for he's a head coach of the New Jersey Storm. It's the 13U team, top 25 team in the country, not just the state. He's been building programs. He's not only a great coach, but he's a former D3 All-American. Overall, I've just be patient, especially with the younger kids. Be patient. Make sure they're having fun. And that's the most thing. I know he comes off very loud and rambunctious, if that's a good word to use, but he for JV, just focus on having fun and making versatility. Versatility is key. Especially to make the varsity roster, they want to see you a number of pitches, how you pitch. But if you're an infielder, see how you do in the outfield. If you're an outfield, see how you do in the infield. So he wants to gain experience, and that's the same thing with varsity. We're seeing people with a number of different positions here. Watson, Kyle Watson, a great catcher, has an absolute shoot for a right arm back there. But he's playing first base tonight. He's getting adjusted to it, and he's doing it well.
And now up next is number 2, Grantel. And what are your thoughts on JV? You got 2 back-to-back wins already in the opening season.
Yep.
Tell us about that team and what you're trying to build.
Yeah, early got into a little bit of a rough start. First game we lost in a walk-off to Woodridge. It was a great game. We really hit the ball well. It was much more than I expected, actually. They, not saying they haven't hit, but just the first game back really paid well in a cold day. But they worked hard, and we lost, in a walk-off because of the time limit. It's what it is. Then again, we lost to Lyndhurst, and I believe we lost to St. Joe's Montvale. As we all know, St. Joe's of Montvale is a giant, and these young kids are learning. We have a young team, a lot of freshmen. I believe the whole freshmen were infielders at that point. So, just to gain that experience, to learn from that game, and to see the real competition in North Bergen County. It was, it was a loss, but we learned from it, and we bounced back with 2 straight wins against Sea Caucus was yesterday, and against Waldwick, where we played actually really well. The pitching staff's coming together. We have starting pitcher Adam Foley, and both freshmen, and starting pitcher Gavin Kopp, and another freshman lefty, really coming into their own. Again, take some time for seasoning. They're still very young, but overall, I love what they've done.
As just 1 second. The player for Don Bosco grounded out to Young for this first out. Coach, what has been your favorite thing so far about coaching for JV, and what do you hope to accomplish in the future?
Just how motivated they are. I've been every day, and you guys are in class with a lot of them. They're ready to play, and they're excited to do it. I always been known as a motivator when I coached. Again, I'm not my track record as an athlete isn't as good as these varsity players, but I'm aware of how to motivate guys, how to get the best out of them. That's at least my strength, I believe. And they're buying in. That's the only thing I can ask for. They're buying into the culture of St. Mary's. St. Mary baseball is the best program we have, and that's not knocking any other program. Football's a great program, so is basketball. They win constantly. But baseball brings state championships here. We're going to continue to do that, and I need these young kids to understand that. This is not just some program. This is a historic program here, and they need to be aware of it, and they are.
Is there any player on the team that really stood out to you the most this year that's showing that they really should be on the varsity, or really,
Well, we had Joey Chofta at JV for a while. He's a freshman. He throws in the low 80s and has that dog in him, as most people say. And I know I sound old when I say that, but I'm not that old. But Joey Chofta has been a great addition to the program. He's now on varsity now. He's not only up and coming, he's going to be a varsity player for a long time. He's definitely one of them. And the JV, it's all about getting better every day. A number of these kids can be playing on varsity as the years go on. It's just about getting better each and every day.
We've seen him. He's phenomenal. So going into coaching every day, whether it's a practice or a game, what mindset do you bring to the field, whether it's
better.
mental or physical?
Absolutely, getting better every day. What can we improve on from the game before? And I also go into, every time I talk to him, I'm not perfect. Coach is going to make mistakes too, and I'm aware of that. I'm not going to walk into a situation thinking I'm better than the kids. I can learn. I've played baseball a long time. I've got great coaches behind me that have also coached Archibald, Julian Johnson, who's also down there. Willie Craning, a former D1 pitcher, the pitching coach. I'm never going to be one to be stubborn with my own approach. I'm here to learn. I'm here to get better, and I'm going to learn from the best. This varsity coaching staff is one of the best in the state, and I don't really think that's an argument. We have experience. We have just developing, and head coaching experience from Coach Julian as the assistant.
So just bring everyone up to date. We have a runner at second, and it was just a quick mound visit. Count is 2-2 with 1 out. And you got some JV players hearing your interview right now. Anything you want to say to them?
They're doing a great job, and I appreciate them. Yesterday was my birthday, and we got a good win off of that Seahawks, went 3-2, and they were cheering. They were very happy for me. They played for me, and I couldn't have been happier for them. And even when we get down, they work. They want to work. They don't rest in their laurels.
That's going to tie the game. Never mind. Oh, nope. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to tie it.
Hit too far into left. The throw can't be handled by Blaze. I don't think it would have mattered anyways.
And any update,
so
Coach,
tie game.
The girls basketball team?
I've got no updates so far on them. Again, Carly Zepp, Ella Corte, Lillian Valentine. I could name Jada Hastings, young up-and-coming players that I'm really excited to coach. Not only them, there's many more that I need to name. I'm excited to coach them, and no updates so far. I will keep everyone posted. Don't worry, Elijah and Jack are due diligent reporters. So I'm aware. Don't worry, you'll get the scoop as soon as I know.
So, what was your reaction when you found out you were going to be the coach for baseball?
Nigel asked me. He goes, "Hey, you want to be a JV coach?" And the first thing I said was, "Yeah, absolutely." Just working with Nigel in general is exactly what I wanted to do. Nigel's a hard-nosed coach, but he's not only caring, he cares about each and every one of these kids deeply. And he's an overall outstanding man, family man, and I have the pleasure of working with him. Obviously, I'm still in my master's degree. I'm graduating in a month, and that's a pop fly up. Rosado under.
Oh,
second base. Good.
Oh, we got him.
See, that's what I want to teach the JV as well. If there's a mistake they make in the field, to not panic, adjust, see the field, and how to get better. Rosado there dropped the ball that he should have caught. He was able to recover and get the guy out at second.
Look at you, Mr. D, adding some commentary to here. I love it.
I've always wanted to do this. Trust me, this is not – Elijah and Jack did not just come up with this on a whim. I've asked this since the baseball season started. So trust me, I'm having a very good time up here.
So you did basketball, you did baseball. What's next?
I think I'm just sticking with these two if I'm lucky enough, to be quite honest. I was just a basketball and baseball player in high school. Those are my major sports. If there's a water polo team, I've always been interested in doing that, but I don't think there'll be a water polo team anytime soon. My main focus is on the awesome English students that I have that I also teach English. I teach English for the freshman, sophomore, and junior grade, and it's been a pleasure to teach them this entire year. Isaac Young is another – I just want to bring up the starting pitcher here for the varsity team. Isaac Young is another great kid. Quiet kid, but can throw off-speed fastball, and he's ready for these type of games. And we have a staff here that we work with that are not scared of anything. Again, we're coming from St. Mary's in Rutherford, a small school, South Bergen County School. Don Bosco is a powerhouse. I don't need anyone – everyone else knows that already. They're ready to play no matter what. They're going to work hard. And I tell these kids all day, chip on their shoulder. People look at St. Mary's as a small school, little unknown, and only like 200 kids, but we come from different backgrounds of all over the state. And I think that's a major.
Safe. So the runner shoots base, and now the ball goes into center field, and that'll move the runner over to third. So, Coach, I just want to ask you, and because you obviously graduated from St. Mary's,
yes.
You came here. What has it meant to you to be a Gale, whether as a student, an athlete, and now a coach? And a teacher? What has it meant to you?
Great question, Jack. St. Mary's, coming from a childhood where I had friends, but dealt with bullying in my younger days, and they really just gave me a home. Honestly, I met people. I talk about this all the time. The diversity of the school comes from every background, every income, every family, and they just want to have fun, learn, and get better as people. And that's what I've learned when I went here. I graduated 2016. I had an unbelievable time here, and in sports and academics, humble, motivated, down-to-earth people. And I'm seeing that as a teacher and also when I was a student.
Real quick before we send you off, tonight's a big hockey day. This guy to the left of me Just rooting for the Rangers.
Yeah.
Who do you got?
I got the Devils tonight. I'm excited to have them back. I'm going to hopefully catch this game on either Saturday, game 4 or 5, maybe later. But I'm really excited about this hockey game. Go Devils, baby.
All right, excluding the hockey part, Mr. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes.
You did a great job, and go Gales.
I appreciate you guys. Jack and Elijah work very hard. They're not only great broadcasters, but they're great students. It was a pleasure to be on. Thank you guys so much.
We'll be back. Bottom of the
back,
second, tied at 1. Thank you, David.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you. That was awesome. Appreciate you guys.
Here we go.
Welcome back. We're tied at 1 now as we head to number 0, Jacob Herrera, who is up at now. Thank you once again to David D'Alessandro. It was an incredible interview, and thank you for taking the time to join us. He gave great thoughts and good pick on the hockey, as it's a big day for the Tri-State.
Yep. It was a great
Had to
interview.
throw some fun in there.
A great interview. Oh, and that one's popped up into left, and the left fielder, Hannah, who had to make a tough catch before, but he makes this one relatively easy, 1 out, as
Number 26.
Jacob Herrera flied out to left.
Number 26, Jason Rosado's up next. That was fun.
It was a great interview. No, he did a great job, answered all the questions, didn't hesitate, and gave good responses too.
Especially the hockey
we're
answer,
very
too.
grateful to have him here at St. Mary's as a coach and as a teacher.
I had to throw the hockey in for fun, and I think it was the correct answer he gave.
Yep. So in the bottom of the second, and that was a nasty breaking ball there from Lolomia. And Rosado to the right side. It's a fair ball. It hits the bag, and he's got to recover, and the pitcher covers for the second out. So great job by Lolomia realizing that the ball was hit slowly. He got over to cover for the second out. So after giving up a infield hit to Giordano and a triple to Rosado, the starting pitcher Lolomia has now retired 5 straight for the Gales. Again, game tied at 1. Don Bosco got one back in the second.
And now bring up number 30, Isaac Young for the Gales. We are tied at 1 with 2 outs at the moment. Entering the second. Well, we are in the second.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Pitcher versus pitcher for today.
Yep,
Right
as
now, this is
Isaac
up.
Young is up. One of the rare times for the Gales so far this season that we've seen the pitcher in
Play.
the lineup. We usually see a DH in the lineup,
Yeah.
but the pitcher, Isaac Young, so he's got to be a good hitter. Oh, big swing
Ooh.
there by Young. 1 and 2. That was a big cut. Well, Lolomia has really settled in after that rough start, and a quick pitch, and it's in the dirt. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Excuse me. So Lolomia tried the quick pitch there. Two one, and and it's ball 4. So Young
walks.
draws the walk, and that ends the 5 straight batters set down by Lolomia. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Xavier Arana.
And for the upcoming schedule for the Gales will have Rutherford High School tomorrow. Big rivalry game tomorrow here in Tamlin Field. Philip Sheridan Senior Field, Memorial Field. They'll have Rutherford tomorrow, and Sunday they're at Weehawken versus DePaul Catholic at 7 p.m. So they have a big stretch of off day. Meanwhile, for the JV team, their next game is Thursday. The opponent, I believe, is Rutherford. D'Alessandro will not
that's
be coaching
line
that game.
And to the right side, good play by the second baseman, Grantel, and he
delivers
makes the
the out.
throw to retire the side.
Yeah, just to finish up my sentence real quick. So D'Alessandro will not be at Thursday's game because of the funeral. We wishes our condolences to him. And yeah, we'll be back after this.
I know, yeah, true. Exactly.
I don't know who's up here, Eli. I don't know who that is. They don't have the last names on the back of their jersey. I don't know. I lost because we were interviewing Mr. D, so I don't know who's hitting here.
Welcome back. Number 42 is up for Don Bosco. We will have a name in just a moment. That would be
B.
Nick Becker.
Yeah.
Becker's up for...
Speaking of the number 42, of course, the number worn by MLB Hall of Famer Jackie Robinson, of course, broke the color barrier in 1947. So 75 years later, 76 years later. I'm sorry. You know, Jackie, one of the greatest players of all time, won an MVP with the Dodgers, World Series. Of course, a member of the Hall of Fame. And the last number was retired in 2010, I believe, after Yankees reliever Mariano Rivera retired. 2014 he retired. So Isaac Young back to the mound for the third. Had a bit of a shaky second. Only gave up 1 run, though, but he's down here 3-1. And Becker takes right down the middle for a strike, and it's full count.
Overall, great game, and full count here. Hopefully, we get the strikeout. Here comes the pitch.
Let's see, 3-2. And check swing, did he go? He did not. Ball 4. So the number
Wow,
9
that was
hitter,
close,
Becker,
though.
is on with a leadoff walk.
At least we know, Jack, that whenever we cannot make it to a game, David Alessadra's here to take our lead.
I guess that is true.
He did pretty good.
Mm.
He did good commentary.
He did very, very good. Not sure about the water polo comment, but... oh, and a bunt attempt by Hins Peter, and it's 0-1. So 0-1. So Young walked the leadoff batter, Becker. Yeah, a big game for the Gales here this season. They played a couple of big schools so far. Oh, and a pickoff try, and they just barely
Another
got
close
back.
call.
That one was probably the closest one so far today. Just got back. But second, Gales have played a couple of big games. They lost to St. Joe's 13-0 last week. Obviously, big school. One of the best football programs in the entire country. Baseball could be said the same. Lost over the weekend to Milburn, who was undefeated on the season, and a snap throw from Young, and not able to get him. That was not as close. So if this were Major League Baseball, Young would not be allowed to throw over again. With the new rules, you're now only allowed to throw over 2 times per batter. Otherwise, if you throw it over a third time, you have to get it out or else it's a balk, as that one goes into foul territory. Fortunately, didn't hit anybody from this Don Bosco. And it's 1-2.
Close call there.
Yeah. Balls, it was hit very high. It took a while to come down. Again, very windy here today, very cold.
Windy and cold, but as we know, the Gales do better in the cold, as they've gotten most of their wins and no losses yet in the cold. Let's knock on wood just to make sure.
Again, the Gales
And hopefully
play.
they continue.
Again, the Gales play Rutherford tomorrow, and another throw over, and he doesn't get him. So if this were Major League Baseball, that would have been a balk against Young. But since this is varsity baseball in North Jersey,
It's different rules.
Yep.
And the following week.
Oh, and throws again, and just barely. Well, the first baseman Watson, who usually catches, doing a pretty good job over there at first. He's holding the runner close. Got to think with how many times he's got to take off. I feel like when he throws a pitch, and the splitter down and away, 2-2.
And just a reminder, after Sunday's at Weehawken versus DePaul game on Sunday,
There
we'll
goes the
have-
runner, struck him out. The throw to second and not
He's
in time.
fast. He's
So
safe.
it's a strikeout for Young. So the runner steals second, and that's the first out of the inning.
Yeah,
So finally Becker took off, and he made it safely. Close throw, good throw though by Giordano. So that's 1 out in the inning.
So Tuesday they'll be at Pompton. They'll be home versus Pompton Lakes at 4 p.m. And then Thursday they're away at Emerson. That is next week's schedule. Meanwhile, for Pompton Lakes and Bosco. Yeah. Don Bosco. Meanwhile, Thursday they're at St. Joseph Regional, 4:15 p.m. Friday they're home versus Bergen Tech, 4:15 p.m. And Saturday they're in Poly Prep, New York. The time is to be determined on that game. Look at NJ.com for Don Bosco's timing, if you're interested in watching Don Bosco instead of St. Mary's.
Please don't.
Or
But anyways, runner at second, one out. Oh, and that's grounded fair down the left field line, and Don Bosco will take the lead. The runner comes in to score. Number 4 heads to second. He'll be in standing up. He's got an RBI double, and Bosco takes the lead 2-1. So ripped that right down the line. Blaze made a good effort at it, but it was just hit too hard. So it ends up being... So it is a double, and the Don Bosco has now scored in back-to-back innings. They lead it 2-1. Boy, the ball was hit hard.
oh yeah, it almost looked like it was me fouled out from the angle we had, but it just barely got it.
So still a runner at second, one out, but now with Bosco leading 2-1, and time is called by the batter. You have to wonder if the cold is affecting the way Young pitches here.
Yes, we noticed in the the few games that we had, they did good. So who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the time of day.
So again, the Gills play here tomorrow against Rutherford. Big rivalry.
Yes. And then they'll have a nice few days off until Sunday, where they're at Weehawken versus DePaul Catholic at 7 p.m.
Are you gonna go to that?
I have to see. Because what?
So runner at second with one out. Rosado playing behind him. And that's inside. Almost hit him. 2-1. Oh, beautiful curveball there from Young. 2-2. That was a thing of beauty. Wait, what do we call the people in left field now? Like the fans that are out there.
Let me double check. What do you want to call the left fielder?
2-2 from Young. What is it, Bobby? The left field, like the porch, the left.
The lefties, yeah.
I don't know. Anything.
What did one guy say?
Something creatures. I have it in the book. I gotta look. I'm trying to think of a name.
So full count from Young. And just inside ball 4. So second walk of the inning issued by Young. That was a close one. And Don Bosco is 2 on with 1 out. That was close.
Left side umpires.
As one of the coaches for St. Mary's comes out. And Giordano comes out for a mound visit with Young.
You want to call them left side umpires? What? I have a name. Left side umpires.
No, like the people that sit in the
Yeah,
outfield
left
every
side.
game. No. There was another name. It was like...
No, I know. I'm just a random name. I made up. Just make it up.
The left field Leopards. As that ball is dropped, runner takes off from third, and he'll make it safely. Good hustle play there by the runner at second, as Giordano couldn't handle it, and this inning turning into a nightmare defensively for St. Mary's. No.
So you got
Left field Leopards.
left field lounge.
Yeah.
That's good. Go ahead.
So, as we continue, a good crowd today, including, as always, the left field loungers.
It's our new name for the
who
left side
sit,
crew.
who sit behind the foul pole. In terms of the sun, it's a beautiful day, but it is very windy, as now a mound and here comes the coach.
Oh,
Are they going to make a pitching change here?
Who would it be? It ain't gonna be Travasta, because he's still sitting.
No,
at
it's
the
not.
table.
No, he's not taking him. He's not taking him out. He's not taking him out. This is. So this just looks like a visit. Try to settle Young down, get the infield on the same page, and yes, Young will be staying in the game as expected.
Yeah. So after a quick visit, the game resumes. We have 1 out, 2-0 count. 2-1 your score. Don Bosco has the lead in the top of the third.
Oh, and he steps off, and no balk called there.
Runners
So-
at the corners.
Yep. Gales are gonna keep the infield back at double play depth. It's a 2-0 count. Pick off and
Another
did
safe
not
play.
get him. Wow. Young has got a great pickoff move, but Don Bosco has done a good job getting back there.
They practice running. That's key.
Obviously,
And
it's a
they
bit
got the
tougher with
speed,
it.
Don
It's
Bosco.
obviously a bit tougher with an inexperienced first baseman, but honestly, he's been doing a good job though, holding him there. Oh, and it hit him. Yep, it hit him. So that'll load the bases.
Oh boy.
So that will load the bases with 1 out. Don Bosco 4 balls away from grabbing another run. So bases loaded, 1 out. Young trying to limit the damage here against Don Bosco. Again, Gales keep their infield back in double play depth. And in the dirt, kept in front by Giordano.
June.
1-0.
Ooh. Off to the left, and I think that's strike. Yeah, it's strike.
Yeah, it's a strike. It's a big one there for Young.
Coach Nigel asking to go back as well as Blaze. However, I think they might change it up based off of.
Coach tried to go with the short sleeves today. Don't know how he's freezing, but hey.
Oh boy. He's calling out big changes out loud right now to most the
So again,
outfield crew
so
as well as the
infield's
first
still back
baseman.
though in double play depth. If you hit it to third or first, you might come home with it. And it's in the dirt, 2-1. Giordano. Again, the backstop here at Sheridan is very short. Very very short. So anything behind the catcher, it's very tough to come home and score, especially to the plate. Getting to second or third on a pass ball is not as hard, but it doesn't help knowing that the net is right there. And he popped it up. Infield fly will be nope. Yep, the batter is out. And Bautista secures it. Runner's gonna tag and nope. And he will go back. So that's a king size out for Isaac Young for the second out.
Second out, no runner scores. That's
So
the
the
only
infield
good thing.
fly rule was called, so the batter was out.
Yes.
And now another visit from Giordano. As
I'm surprised. I thought there was no need. But hey, I don't know much.
you got to
about
keep this
baseball.
game as close as possible. The pitcher for Don Bosco is very locked in, so you want to make sure you limit the damage here. Keep it as close as possible.
And we have a pitching warm-up happening on the left-hand side.
Yep. To David Anderson.
That's David Anderson. So he'll be coming in. I think possibly by the 4th or 5th inning he should be here. I don't think he'll
Well, we'll see.
finish.
Good pitch for a strike, 0-1. This is another visit. So after one pitch, another visit from the catcher Giordano.
But it looks like no change yet though.
No, there'll only be a change if Nigel comes out. Usually, how it works in baseball is when the pitcher comes out to talk to the pitcher boy and the manager comes out, it's to make a pitching change. So 0-1 here to the Don Bosco hitter. Oh, good sinker there from Young. That was a nasty one, and it's 0-2.
Wow.
You got to be careful here though on 0-2. You don't want to throw him something in strike
Yep.
zone because the hitters out there are ready to hack.
Yes.
So again, you could throw in the dirt here, but you got to be careful it doesn't get by you because Don Bosco has been very aggressive running the bases so far. But it's 0-2 though, and he struck him out.
Wow.
And Giordano
And they
is
survived
pumped.
an inning with bases loaded. Wow.
So Don Bosco gets one home, but leave the bases loaded. 2-1 going to the bottom of the third. Wow.
And we are back. Another exciting inning just concluded. And it looks like number 3, Tyler Giordano's up. We're back into the top of the order. Scores 2-1.
Carlos Lalomia. Yeah, and he gets hit on the first pitch.
Wow.
Didn't even have to move, and he got plunked by it.
Okay, so they've
Giordano
got
will go to
their
first.
sort of revenge or like what they wanted back.
Yeah, I guess so. You don't want to. I mean, getting hit by a pitch is not really.
No, it's not a good thing, obviously.
Yeah.
We all know that. Just.
They want to go up there and hit a home run, but.
And here's the person to do it, Blaze. No, excuse me.
Josh
Wrong person,
Moreno.
Josh Moreno.
Well, Josh has been very good.
He had an RBI today and a triple.
Well, being the cleanup hitter
Triple
for
play.
most of the year, cleanup hitters are always these big power guys. And we saw him show it to right center. Had a triple his first time up. See what he does here with Giordano at first, who stole a base in the first. And big swing there by Moreno. Moreno tripled his first time up, drove in Giordano. Those are the only 2 hits so far for the Gales today. Again, great crowd here on hand. Both Don Bosco and St. Mary's showing their spirit today. Giordano getting a pretty healthy lead off first, and a pickoff try, and it gets away, but Giordano did not realize, and he will stay put at first. So Carlos Lalomia really started to settle in now, but hit Giordano on the first pitch.
Team's ready for runs to come on in. Here it is.
Oh, he's bunting.
It's going to try to bunt,
and
but it'll be a
foul.
foul ball for
Yep.
an 0-2 count.
Remember, well, he can't bunt now because if you bunt and it goes foul, it's strike 3. That's how it works.
Interesting.
Blaze Conti on deck. 0-2. And it's away. And now Giordano got to get back to first, and they tag him safe.
Oh, wow. Close call.
That was good play there by the catcher throwing behind him. Almost got him, but he got that backhand in there. So Moreno now is the count at 1-2.
He's going to try to go. I don't know. I think he might try to go again.
Yep. Well, he didn't go. He just got caught leaning off first base a little too much. So now 1-2 to Josh Moreno. There he goes. Oh no, I'm sorry. 2-2. Looked like he was going, but got fooled a little there. So 2-2 to Josh Moreno. Another pickoff try. And that one does get away. And now the first baseman trips over Giordano, and he is shaken up. Oh, boy. And he is back to his feet. Looks like he's going to be okay. I guess the ball wasn't far enough for him to try to break to second, or he just didn't realize.
Looks like from the angle he tripped right over the.
And now a visit from the catcher, Kushner, out to the mound to visit Low.
So Giordano will stay. There's no need for a change.
Lomia is the pitcher.
Blaze Conte's on deck right now.
Kind of a strange setup here with the Gales having their dugout on the third base side. Usually the home team has it on the first base side. And up and away, and it's a full count. And another visit. So we're seeing a ton of mound visits here today between
Especially in this inning.
catchers
particular.
and pitchers. And again, we'll be back tomorrow for the Rutherford game.
Yes, big division game and rivalry. And it's less than about 2 blocks separating Rutherford High School and St. Mary High School.
Yes.
It is literally next to the
Full
school.
count. Not going, and Moreno flies one into shallow right. That might drop.
Drop.
And
base
it is
hit.
for a base hit. Giordano read it well, so he'll go to second and stop there.
Runners at first and second. No outs. Blaze Conte, number 55, is up at next.
Well, that was a kind of like a little pop fly, but it was hit to shallow right. So it'll go down as a base hit for Moreno, and he's 2 for 2. And Blaze Conte, who struck out looking his first time up, will hit here. Up, and he steps off, but no throw. If he would have gotten rid of that, he would have thrown it right into center field. Lomia had smooth second and had smooth first and seconds, but has let the first 2 get on here in the third, and that's up and into Blaze. 1-0. Well, with how good the Gales are hitting, they also draw their walks. And they also get hit by a lot of pitches as well. Oh, Blaze
It's
rips
a
one into
ground.
center field, but right at the center fielder. And he
And
makes
gets
the
him for
catch.
the
Tagging
out.
as Giordano's going to try to go to third.
He's going to go.
The throw to third is a good one, but he is in there safely.
Wow.
So great job there by Giordano, tagging and getting in there.
Sacrifice fly there for the center and Don Bosco. Runners at the corners, only 1 out. And here comes down the for Jesus Baptista.
Yep, a lefty, obviously a recent transfer here.
Yes.
The Bosco will keep their infield back for a double play, possibly. Gale's looking to get a run here. Something in the gap could give them the lead. Base hit could tie it. Fly ball could tie it. Ground ball could end the inning.
There's only 1 out.
Yep. Up, step off, and no throw. Not a balk. Nothing, no pitch yet. And Bautista flies one out
High
to
fly
center
ball.
field. That'll get the run in. The center fielder shading his eyes, and he makes the catch. Tagging at third is Giordano. He'll come in to score, and the Gales tie the game at 2.
Runner scores.
So Jesus Bautista drives in the tying run with a sacrifice fly, exactly what the Gales needed, and they tie the game at 2 in the bottom of the third.
So 1 out, tie game here. 2 outs. 2 outs, tie game at 2. And runners are at
First.
Only
And
first.
catcher
And-
Kyle Watson will come up.
We're the first baseman today.
First baseman, I'm sorry. Flied out to left his first one. And the left fielder, Hannah for Bosco, was having trouble with it,
It's
but
gonna
made
be
the catch flipping over.
It's going to be a long, close game throughout this game.
And Watson
it's gonna be
grounds one to
grounded.
short, and they will get the force play at second, and that ends the inning. So, but the Gales tie the game on Jesus Bautista's sacrifice fly, 2-2 going to the fourth.
Okay, so Tyler Giordano's going to stay in. Oh,
to catch.
Stay in as catcher. And number 30, Isaac Young, is there. What?
I'm back. Mr. Alessandro's back. Just want to say, what game would you rather be at right now? 2-2, Bosco, St. Mary's. We're battling back, and the Bosco transfers doing their job. Batista with an RBI, and Moreno with a triple. Just want to add that.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Coach, for the quick message. As a ground ball to second, back to the pitcher, and Young makes the play for the first out. By the way, just wanted to mention real quick, the Gales game on Sunday versus DePaul at 7 p.m. in Weehawken.
It's at Weehawken, but it's versus DePaul.
But according to NJAthletics.com, it has been ranked as one of the 4 games of the week for high school baseball in the state of New Jersey.
Wow.
So.
And they're versus DePaul. Just want to clarify that. They're versing DePaul at Weehawken.
David versus Goliath, part 3.
Oh.
Yep.
Interesting.
So Young with 1 out in the 4th, and he throws a curveball 1-0.
Yeah, that was. I did not see Alessandro coming back on here.
Young has struggled at points in this game, but has only given up 2 through the first 3 and tied the game.
Heads up.
As that goes back, it's going to hit the top of the building. And maybe went into the street, so hopefully no windows were smashed out. But anyways.
Oh, God. Yeah,
So JV guys sticking
great
around
coach,
for this game.
David Alessandro, for doing everything that he could to provide to this broadcast.
Yep. Hey, I'm happy he came back and didn't forget us.
Yeah.
So 2-2 in the 4th. This is, again, very big game here. Don Bosco, one of the best baseball programs in the state, against another one of the best programs in the baseball, but significantly smaller student body in St. Mary's.
Yeah, smaller student body. But hey, listen, 2019, it wasn't too long ago. We had the state championship.
Against, that's up the middle. It's going to go through for a base hit. Yeah, speaking of that 2019 state championship, that was a huge upset for the Gales. They beat
Gloucester Catholic.
4-3
in
southern New Jersey near Philly.
Yes.
4-3 Gloucester. Most state championships in non-public B had been back-to-back champions at that point, and Gales won that game 4-3. And the starting pitcher of that game went on to pitch for college at Rowan. Kenny Kiano was his name. Struck out 12 in that game. Gales won 4-3 in a
this
major
that you have
upset.
that I would never have thought about.
Against a team with a North Carolina pitcher recruit, a Florida State hitter recruit. Phenomenal. Dennis Holst, that was the highlight of his 12-year run here.
Yes.
Nigel Archibald trying to bring similar success in his first year coaching.
And so far, when it comes to the regular season, you're 6-2. You're playing Don Bosco now. Tonight's your big test. Overall, great job. And I believe that was strike. No, ball 1. Excuse me. 1-1 count. 1-1 count.
Well, it's been great to see all these talented young players for both teams.
And coaches.
So, but the highlight of today though has to be getting our own JV coach here at St. Mary's on the broadcast.
And he's done a phenomenal job. Number 1.
And he came back.
He came back.
Yep.
To deliver once more.
The only bad thing is that he picked the Devils to win. I don't know about that.
I know. I think that's the greatest choice for all time.
Oh.
Choosing the New Jersey Devils over the New York Rangers. I think Bobby over here, who's in the camera, he has to agree. Devils over the Rangers. Absolutely. We all agree.
Except, I'm
If you go up to every player right now, every person that is sitting in the stands, everybody would say the Devils. 3-1 count at the moment. 2-2. 2-2 is your score. To get into some hockey fun. Big game tonight. Devils
Another
Rangers, 7 p.m.
pickoff throw. Isaac Young has really liked that pickoff throw today. Still hasn't gotten it out, but it's been very effective in holding the Bosco runners.
I think that was the highlight of the interview, Jack.
Got him looking.
And that'll bring the
I'm sorry. I
full
thought the
count.
umpire was calling strike 3.
I think we needed that little interview to boost the broadcast up a little bit from our 2-2 game.
So it's a 3-2 count. Got him looking over the outside corner, and the hitter knew it. So Becker strikes out.
So that is the second out of the game. That's the second out of the inning, not game, inning. I don't know what I was thinking. And it is 2-2, 2 outs. And that'll bring up next, I believe, number 4, Hernandez?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
This is the leadoff hitter, Hinspeter.
Hinspeter, okay.
I believe, yes. So Bosco beating their third time around the order. And that's popped up foul.
0-6.
Heads up, heads up. And Blaze, did he make the catch?
They caught
He
it from
did.
the out.
What a catch!
Wow.
Blaze caught.
you get
Hey,
that?
I don't think he had any idea where. I don't think he had any idea where the ball was, and he made the catch. Unbelievable play.
Oh,
The
we gotta
Gales have
watch
played
that.
some spectacular defense in this game.
We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back to the
2-2
bottom of the fourth.
2-2 is the score, and up now is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Young.
Yeah,
No, excuse
no,
me, zero. Jake
Herrera.
And if we were unable to get it on camera, but Blaze Conti just made an incredible diving catch to
Yeah.
end the inning.
I thought the ball was
Great
going in
play
fouls.
there.
Oh, up and in, and Gale's bench does not like it.
No. But
yeah,
I think they did like that last play. to end the
incredible.
inning.
I don't even think Blaze saw where the ball was.
No,
He
but
just
that
put
was-
his glove up,
that
tumbled
was-
to the ground.
That was incredible job by him. And
3-0 to.
if we had a camera down there to like just record it, like I would be rewatching that maybe 5,000 times tonight.
So 3-0
That's
now
gotta
to
be
Jacob
interesting.
Herrera, the left
Incredible.
fielder. There's been a lot of action in this game so far, and there's one right down the middle for a strike, 3-1.
And number 27 is heading to the bullpen for Don Bosco.
And 36 the catcher. Bosco might be making a pitching change soon. There's a strike on the inside corner,
Full count.
3-2. Number 5 as well. So 2 pitchers going over for Bosco, and that's a grounded foul.
Thought that went up.
So Herrera able to keep the at-bat alive. Great atmosphere today. For both benches fired up for this game. A lot of fans showing up.
Number 27 is Gabe Alvarez. He's a junior. He's heading off right now to the bullpen. And the pitcher is a senior,
The coach.
David D'Alessandro. He's heading to
The bullpen.
the bullpen.
Get the ball.
Oh,
The ball's in play.
Oh, wow. The ball's in play.
Ground ball.
Ground ball. Get
to
out of the way.
second, and he will make the play, 1 out.
Yep.
So Herrera grounds out to second for the first out, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Jason Rosado. Been a very eventful game so far. It's been a cold game here so
It's
far.
been cold, and the sun is not on us, but everywhere else it is.
Well, temperature here on the field is usually colder than
It is colder than it is usually out. So yep. It says
Oh,
55.
ground
Feels
ball
in its 30s.
foul.
High 30s, at least. Is Alessandro going to come on down here again and just talk about his incredible catch?
I don't know. I want him to.
I
No,
would-
he's heading into the
I would die if that happens
dugout.
again.
He's
Die
going to
of
find
laughter.
him.
I would die of laughter. God. 1 out, 1
He's going to find him to play that yeah video. And that's it down the line and foul.
So it's a 1-2 count at the moment with 1 out, 2-2 is your score. And we're in the bottom of the fourth with number 26, Jason Rosado, up bat for St. Mary's. No pitching change yet made for both teams yet. Still early in this game, entering the fifth very shortly.
1-2. Got him in the dirt, and he'll make they got to make the throw down to complete the play, and they will. So
2 outs.
Yep.
And I'll bring out number 30, Isaac Young.
So
he is a pitcher. And this is the first time all season we've seen a pitcher for St. Mary's up at bat. Usually they have a DH ready.
Yeah.
So interesting change that they've done today.
Well, I think if they were going to make a pitching change, you'd see a pinch hitter here for the pitcher. Oh, Young with a big cut and miss, 0-1. And Young grounds one off his foot. It's a foul ball. 0-2. And Young strikes out on 3 pitches to end the inning. So Carlos, what's his name? Lamia. Carlos Lamia with a 1-2-3-4. Head to the fifth. No, head to the head to the top of the fifth. 2-2. Bienvenue à nouveau pour le sommet de la cinquième. Sorry there, got a little stuck with my French. Welcome back to the top of the 5th inning. Gil's leading. Gil, game is tied at 2. April Fools, everybody.
A little late.
2. And in case you're wondering what I'm saying, it's welcome back to the top of the 5th inning. So keeping it baseball related. Hope to entertain you guys during the break, but let's get back to business.
Yeah,
here.
2-2 is the score. 0-1 count as number 4, Licurdo is up for Don Bosco, and the weather for tomorrow is looking good in the high 65. However, Sunday's game right now says rain, subject to change. Hopefully it doesn't wash out, and hopefully we can play that game in the dark in Weehawken.
So no outs here in the 5th. Isaac Young back out there for a 5th inning of work. So coach trying to push him, and a ground ball through the whole base hit. Good start for Bosco, start the 5th, and a wide turn there by number 4, but he'll go back to first. So good start to the inning.
That's gonna be the best one of all the time. game runs, man. I have to download the TBS.
And a bunt attempt, and he lays off, but it's in for a strike. Nothing in one.
Gotta ride on the road home.
Having a lot of fun on the broadcast today.
Yeah.
David Anderson coming back out of the mound with number 8 Don Mealy as one of the Bosco staffers running back, and up and in, nearly hit him, and it's 1-1. Again, Eli and I will be back here tomorrow for the Rutherford game, big rivalry game. Should be a good one. But first, the Gales will be a monumental win against Bosco, and the throw behind by Giordano, not able to get him. So again, we're in the top of the 5th. This game moving along pretty quickly. It's been a pitcher's duel.
We've been having fun, but it's already 5:30.
Yep. Another throw over, and he doesn't get him. Well, Kyle Watson, he's not very experienced at first base, but he's had a very busy day, and he's honestly done it pretty well so far in terms of holding the runners. Curveball in first. Nope, it missed. Wow, that was a beauty of a pitch. Bosco, they seem to be just as good as the Gales with laying off pitches.
But what I did notice about Bosco, their speed is key, and that's how.
That's their hustle.
Yes, their
more
hustle.
So.
Yep.
3-1.
And that's how.
Fly ball to the left. That might drop, and it will. Oh, nope, it'll be caught.
He caught it.
Yep, so caught by the left fielder.
Xavier Arana.
That's Moreno out there now.
Moreno? Oh, they changed it. Oh, okay. Kind of confused with my basketball names for St. Mary's.
Wait, no, Moreno's been in left field. I'm so stupid. Moreno's been in left field the whole game. I keep saying
okay.
because he's usually in right field.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. It's not a change. Moreno's been in left the whole game. And here comes Coach. He's going to make a pitching change here.
Maybe not.
I
don't think he is.
It looks like not. I thought usually when the coach comes out, you usually see a pitching change.
He's got the out already. He's got one out.
Yeah.
And he hasn't allowed a run in yet.
Well, David Anderson was warming up in the Gales bullpen. So we'll see. It looks like a long and civil conversation. So I think he's going to stay in. Nigel offering some advice here.
No change made.
Nope. You were right, Eli. I thought for sure they were going to make a change there, but they do not. So Isaac Young will stay in the game. Well, he's pitched a brilliant game, especially against Don Bosco. Started off a little rough, but he's really settled in. So we got a runner at first with one out now. And he rips one foul. That would have been trouble if that had gone fair, but it goes foul, nothing in one. Surprised Young didn't throw over once before he threw the first pitch, but must feel confident in his defense and his pitches, for that matter. It is starting to get a little colder now here. Temperature, yes. I think, probably going to be dropping into the 40s by now.
Yeah, but it feels, of course, like in the 30s because of the wind, and we're in the field.
It's 0-2 now.
Of course, tomorrow's Rutherford. Before we get to Rutherford, we got some big sports to watch tonight. You got the Devils Rangers.
0-2 from Young, up and away, and
Yankees.
The wind might have had something to do with that.
And the Knicks.
1-2.
Good night for sports.
Yes, definitely. Starting right
playoffs,
here with
except
your
Yankees.
St. Mary Gales. 1-2, and he fouls one back. The first one we've seen foul back into the netting today, so a bit of a change. That one did not get stuck though.
No.
Struck him out. Good
Wow.
slider by Young, as he has the second out of the inning. So it looks like Coach might have been right in keeping him in. And
I agree. And
I think this is his last batter, though. This is definitely his last inning, I feel, out of...
it depends on how he plays this last one.
We also got to keep in mind his pitch count. They probably keep the pitch count over there.
Yes.
We don't know how many pitches he's thrown.
No.
But pitch count is an important thing in baseball.
Yes.
And not to mention all the times he's thrown over with full velocity.
It's a tie game. This might go to... You think it's going to go to extra innings, or we're going to get a walk-off from the Gales? What do you think?
Well, it's hard to say now. There's still including this with 2 outs. Each team still bats 3 times before we'd have to go to extras. Oh, that's ripped into left. That might get out of here, and it does.
A home run.
A home run. That was drilled, and
2 runs
Bosco
will
takes
score.
the 4-2 lead. Wow.
And the team comes out to celebrate.
I just said coach made the right decision in keeping him in, but
And I think it was still.
No,
you can't go wrong with the home run.
Bosco, one of the best teams out there. They just took a 4-2 lead on a bomb of a home run by.
Still early. You know, you're down 2 runs, but hey, you got a whole bottom to play.
Licurdo hit the home run. So the catcher Licurdo. It's a home run there, and Bosco has taken the lead in the 5th.
It's not over yet, though.
Nope, definitely.
Still got 3 innings.
We've seen the Gales rally before. Oh, good pitch by Young. Nothing in 2. Wow, that was a bomb, though, of a home run. A couple of regulars for the Gales not in the lineup today. John Stevens, who usually plays in the outfield, and Jose Victorio, who usually in center
And
field.
DeGenero.
Yeah, so
DeGenero, another good one. A lot of good names. Again, this varsity team has a huge roster, so that is the reason why. Like, all those players you heard of from last year's season and that you think that should be playing right now is because it is such a big roster that they have to give opportunities to all. And overall, all the changes they made were all good ones, and it's been resulting very well for this team.
Yep. So it's 2-2 now. Boy, that was a got like 1 strike away from getting out of the inning, then just hit a home run like that. Down and away, full count.
Full count, 2 outs, 4-2 is your score. Don Bosco has the lead by 2 for now, and here comes the pitch.
Oh,
It's a
foul ball. Uh-oh, that's going
And-
into the street. That was a well-hit foul ball.
Oh, good. All right, they got lucky there.
2-2.
Here comes the pitch.
Foul
Another foul
back.
ball.
An emergency hack there. And he struck him out, and that ends the inning. But 2-run home run from the catcher, Lacuerto, gives the Don Bosco a 4-2 lead. We're going to the bottom of the 5th.
We'll be back. Welcome back. 4-2 is your score at the bottom of the fifth. Who's the number? That'll be Josh Marino.
Good pitch.
No,
No,
25. 26. 25. Xavier Arana is up at.
Yes. Bunts, foul. Nothing in 2. Away as Carlos Lalomia
Yes.
is still in the game.
No pitching change yet, and nor for the Gills. But we'll see what happens.
I think Young
in the
is going to be
sixth.
done now. I don't think they're going to stretch him. Arana up the middle, off the pitcher, directs to the second baseman, hurries in, and high
Got
throw,
him.
but stays on the bag. So it'll go down as a 1-4-3 on the putout.
Gets the first out, and 4-2 is your score.
Back to the top of the order for Tyler Giordano as the Gales begin their third time around the order. Looking for an offense. They've gotten it from their top 2 hitters. Giordano 1 for 1 got hit by a pitch, and then Josh Moreno has a single and a triple.
On deck is Josh Marino.
And the dirt 1-0. And he lines one into center field for a base,
hit.
So Giordano is 2 for 2, and the Gales up, and the ball gets away, but backed
I
up
know,
by the
he-
right
no,
fielder, and no advancer from Giordano. And the Gales, they got their rally started with Giordano on and Josh Moreno, who's been their best hitter today. Single, triple, and a home, and an RBI.
Anderson's still in the bullpen for St. Mary's, so he could see the
I think he's
pitching
coming
change.
in. I think he's coming in
Yep.
in the top of the 6th.
Just watch out, folks. 4-2 is your score. Run on first, 1 out. Here comes the pitch from Leoma, I believe.
And
And
down
that
and
is low
away.
for ball 1.
Ball 1. Well,
He had an RBI triple in the first, allowing 2 runs to score.
well, Lalomia
One-
has
yeah, one
been
run
has
score,
been
1 run.
brilliant today in his start. That's in for a strike. 1-1.
Of course, the Gills need 2 more runs to continue to get a pace and tie it up.
Pickoff try and no chance. Wind starting to pick up a little bit here.
Yes, and on deck now is Blaze Conti, number 55. He's ready to bring some runs in here as we wait to see what happens. Looks like Sun Country, but I could be wrong. Or UPS. That looks like UPS.
There goes Giordano, and no chance to throw him out to the stolen base for Giordano. Again, a beautiful day here. Cloudless and a UPS plane in the sky. Other than that, but Giordano steals the base, and that puts a runner on second. That takes a double play out of order now. Giordano has been very aggressive on the base path so far this season, hence why he's in the leadoff spot. You want your top speed guys in the leadoff spot. If you could walk and run on the bases, leadoff is literally the perfect spot to be in as a hitter.
2-2 count. Didn't look like a strike, but Nigel disagrees with the call and what Marino just did.
Yep.
2-2 count, 1 out, runner on second. Here comes the pitch from Leoma.
Ground ball foul.
Foul.
Back into the netting.
Still 2-2.
Gale's bench trying to fire up Moreno. Blaze Conti waiting on deck. And a step off. And Giordano back safely. The 6-2 Don Bosco versus the 7-2 St. Mary Gales. 2-2 to Moreno. And he pops one up foul. And that's on the infield. And the shortstop makes the grab, one out. That was popped up a mile high. I thought it was going foul, but it turned, the wind blew it back into the infield.
I thought that was coming towards us.
So one out, and now Blaze Conti.
2 outs.
2 outs. I
2 outs and Blaze
apologize.
Conti's up bat.
Yes.
So either he could try to let her run in,
Well,
or he could
Blaze definitely has the power to hit one
call
out.
the inning.
And here comes the Bosco coach and
No pitching change.
Lolomia. Well, you never know. It could be a long visit and then change the pitcher. It could be just talking to the infield, but you never know. Looks like you are right though. Looks like he is gonna stay in. So Carlos Lolomia trying to finish out. All right, when he's in line for the win right now, but a runner at second with 2 outs. Blaze Conti trying to drive him in.
Let's get another close game going all the way down to the wire.
Yep.
We may go all the way to the 7th, which hasn't happened too much yet at home. Long visit. The umpire is going to try to break it up.
Yep. Yeah, the umpire usually does this. Goes out and try to break up them.
A no pitching change.
No, yep. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Well, David Anderson is warming up, so it looks like it's gonna be Young and Up here comes Anderson now out of the bullpen. So it looks like it's gonna be Young and Anderson pitching for the Gales after Higgins. What was pitched yesterday?
De Janeiro and Jacob Pereira.
Okay. Gales have a lot of pitchers on their team.
Yes, they do, and one of them being, of course, the freshman Joey Javasta.
Blaze takes inside to 1-0.
Incredible job for only being a freshman. And again,
Yeah.
the freshman ruling in the baseball program, as yes, last year was Blaze Conti and Bradley Higgins in their freshman year, and now it's Javasta. For
Well,
the freshman in
Coach
varsity.
told us he can throw like the low 80s, which is
Yes.
phenomenal for a high school pitcher.
And who knows what he
Blaze,
did, of
Blaze
course.
with a whiff on that curveball, 1-1.
And I can't imagine what all these players were like in Florida, where the weather's better, different environment, different players, different field, different everything. I wonder how they all felt after that, trip in.
Yeah.
Obviously, we see the attitude now, but during the actual time period when they were there, what was it like?
And Blaze takes a strike, 1-2. So it's a 1-2 count to Blaze, who's trying to drive in this run. Lomia 1 strike from getting away. Outside, 2-2. Looks like we got a Little League game going on there.
Yeah, so while the Gales game is happening right now, there's a Little League game going on in the back area, and there's a Devils game coming up. It's more important,
Yes.
in my opinion.
Oh, and nearly got hit by the pitcher. It's a full count. Well, we're playing baseball, but the conditions definitely feel like it could be hockey. But it's a full count now to Blaze.
And we still got to run on second and 2 outs. So
Yep. Well, one swing in the
keep in mind.
back could tie the game. Blaze looking to drive in this run though, with Bautista on deck. Here it comes. And he lines one into center
And
field,
that is
and that's
gonna
deep in the
be
gap, and it is down
over
and
his
over his
head.
head, and it's going to be
It is a
fielded by-
triple.
The run will score. Blaze comes
Double.
into second. He's got an RBI double, and the Gales get one back in the 5th. It's 4-3, Don Bosco.
Wow, great play by Blaze, and he had it right, perfectly lined down the middle.
That ball just kept carrying. I think the wind helped it.
Yes, the wind. Again, like I said, in the cold, they do a lot better, as we noticed for the Gales, as most of their wins were all in the cold. A change of runner, number 6 is coming in now for the Gales.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. The Gales do play better in the cold. And as Elsa said, the cold never bothered me anyway.
Timeout by the manager, and I think that'll be it for him.
Yep, that's it. Yep, looks like yep, he's coming out.
Yes. And number 6, Jose Victorio, who's the center baseman usually. He's heading over. He will take over Blaze Conti, and
For
he'll
pitch
run out.
running.
Yes. And I think Blaze might be heading to the bullpen. He is.
So Blaze is gonna head to the bullpen to warm up.
So it could be either
Saw
Anderson
David Anderson
or
warming up
Conti.
before, or it could be Blaze. Both right-handed throwers, so we'll see. But we're gonna take a short break here. We'll be back.
Yeah, pitching change is going to happen. We're going to stay live. We're not going to mute, but we'll stop talking for a few moments. Still live. I know. We're back. So final pitching moments here for the change for number 21. And we're going to try to get the number in just a moment. Jack, we're on. So if you could just give us one moment, we'll have the name for you. Jack, we'll find out who number 21 is.
It is. Why is this not open? There we go. 21.
Jacob Marmont. He is the senior. He is a senior at the school, and he is up to bat now. And of course, if the Gales win, we'll hopefully try to get a post-game interview, as we always do every game.
Who do you think will be a good interview today?
I don't know who will be. I mean, we are live right now. Just to remind
Wait, I need help
any fans
closing
next to
this.
us. Sorry about that, folks.
I think we.
This. Number 4, Jesus Baptista.
All right, Gale. Well,
The
Gales.
lefties up out
Gales
with
have
2
the
outs.
Gales have the tying run
And
at second with
they run
Jose
at second.
Victorio, pinch running for Blaze.
Yes.
Can up step off. Well, if this is something the Gales like to do. They're gonna try to distract the pitcher by dancing off second. The shortstop playing behind him.
Let's get the
See
run
how
in, though.
So yep. Well, there's a nice big hole in right center for him. Center fielder playing towards left center, so expecting what's his name?
What?
Bautista to be an opposite field hitter. So again, the right center, there's a huge gap for Jesus, but just needs a base hit here to drive in Victoria, who's got great speed.
Yes. Here's the pitch now.
After a long hold. Oh,
Ooh,
good curve.
strike.
That was a nasty curveball.
Good chance.
Curveball. This one down, 1-1. So Bautista was able to lay off that one.
What? Locking was the phrase just heard by Coach Nigel. That was something that's been said all year at St. Mary's High School and throughout the school year, and it's being occurred now at the baseball game.
Yes.
Interesting how word flies.
Yep. So it's a 2-1 count to to Bautista. Down 3-1. Kyle Watson waiting patiently on deck.
I think this might have to tie with the double overtime game for basketball. For our broadcast check.
It's
So
been a
one of the
very
best that
eventful
we've
day.
done.
And again,
It's been eventful and a
excluding
good
all
game.
the excitement we've had here at the table, we have a great game between two of the premier North Jersey, or all New Jersey for that matter, baseball programs. St. Mary's non-public B state champions in 2019. Don Bosco, a powerhouse in their own right. So it's a 3-1 count to Jesus, and he walked
Whoa,
him.
walked him.
So he walks, and now Kyle Watson will come up with a chance to tie the game.
And runners are now at first and second.
Biggest
Watch
step out
that
of this.
curve. But remember, there's 2 outs though, so they got to be careful. If it's a base hit, that will possibly get a
Remember,
scoring run in.
this has got to be the Gales' biggest step out of the season up to this point.
Yes.
And it comes from the catcher and first baseman Kyle
This is
Watson.
the first time at home that they're down this bad.
Oh, and that
down
gets
low.
away. Runners do not
Able to-
advance. Oh, now they've got a runner caught up. They've got a runner
no.
caught up, and he's going to be out
He's
at
safe.
first.
Oh no, he's out. He's out.
Wow.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
A big mistake there. Costs the Gales the inning.
The transfer, Jesus Bautista, got caught off of first base with a runner at second not breaking.
4-3
And
is
I
your
think
score.
they're gonna hear that one from Coach Nigel, I feel.
4-3 is your score. We'll be back after this. Welcome back. Pitching change just occurred for the Gales. Number 13, David Anderson, is pitching now. And we have a mound visit already.
I think just to talk about the batter.
Yes.
Boy, what a brutal way to end that last inning with the batter Bautista getting caught off of first base. The
That would've
catcher
been
made
a great
perfect
chance.
throw.
That would've been-
Watson didn't even get a chance to really hit there. He'll come up to lead off, though, in the bottom of the 6th.
4-3 is your score. Top of the 6th now. As we say hello to number 2, Grantel, who will be up bat now for Don Bosco.
I love how you say hello.
What?
Ooh, I love how you say hello to every batter. No, it's good. So we see a bullpen catcher run to the bullpen for Don Bosco, and David's first pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1. What a great game this has been. Difference, a 2-run home run from the Don Bosco catcher.
Yes. If it wasn't for that home run,
Oh.
this game would be okay.
Tied.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we'd be winning.
Yeah. No, we were tied.
No, but if he didn't hit the home
If
run.
he didn't hit the home run and we would have scored, we would have had the lead. But yeah.
So,
So hopefully they can continue this lead. and head to the bottom with the Gales comeback and try to take the lead or possibly even tie it to hopefully make the 7th the closeout inning.
Oh, good
Oh,
pitch, and he got him
wow.
looking. That was a beautiful pitch there from David Anderson, and the Gales dugout
Yes.
loves it. First strikeout for
Yes.
David Anderson.
Great pitch by David Anderson to get the first out. Yeah. And that's right. David Anderson's going to have to play. Because remember, there's no DH unless they change it.
Yes.
So it's something that
It'll
we
be,
haven't seen
well,
yesterday.
when the Gales come to bat in the bottom 6, it'll be 5, 6, and 7. So it'll be Watson, Herrera, and Rosado.
And he's almost up.
Yes. Well, we got one
We had
out.
Kyle Watson. He was just at bat and Herrera. So, yeah, he'll be up very shortly.
Let's see what Anderson can do, though. That was a beautiful strike 3 called. And there's a foul tip,
Ooh.
nothing in 1.
Good
He's
hit.
showing great stuff so far.
Yeah.
Not really showing
And you know what? I
velocity,
think
but these breaking
this is
pitches
the
are
exact
good.
right time to put him in. Although, I know we said that, you gave up the home run, maybe put him in. But I think this is the right time at the right moment. And hopefully now the Gales can end this inning and hopefully come back in the bottom of the 6th to take the lead or if not tie it.
Well, it's something that Coach, Dave Praise, told us about Nigel, wanting all this depth in the pitching. And this is exactly why for scenarios like this to keep the game close for the offense. I mean, you got Don Bosco, one of the best teams in the state, And that's flying
gonna
out to
fly.
left center field. That might drop. And it will be, it's
Oh,
going to
almost
drop
had
for a
it.
base hit. And it'll end up being a double as the left fielder, Moreno, could not quite make the catch. So it's a double for the
Almost had the
Bosco
opportunity there.
hitter.
And a quick meet up at the mound. As I believe number 42 is up at.
Beckner. Becker.
Pitch running change. Number 28 is going to be up.
Number 28, Anthony Iazzetti. Anthony Iazzetti comes in to pinch run for DH Steinag. Steying, I think that's how you say it. Okay. So runner at second with 1 out, and Becker will come up.
It's been nothing but eventful, and David Anderson, of course, doing his job now, and let's see how it goes here. As it is getting colder out, and it's now 6 o'clock here as we head into almost to the 7th, almost. Hopefully this game does not end a tie, because that would not be exciting at all. And remember, this field has no lights. For those who are new to the channel, this Taylor Field has no lights. That's why there is no night games. And if it does get dark quick, this game would end either as a tie or a victory, depending on the score going in. But the 60 will play, and even the 7th.
Oh, wow. They called that a ball. That was a phenomenal pitch, though. That was a curveball that dropped down from the heavens.
One out, 1-0 count, 4-3 is your score. But Don Bosco's lead. Runner on second. Here comes the pitch, and it'll
Strike.
be a strike for a 1-1 count.
Good pitch. He's got a wide variety of pitches. He's got that fastball, curveball, changeup, like a sinker. David's got a lot of good pitches on the mound. Again, great crowd, great atmosphere today on a cold night here at Sheridan Memorial
Day.
Field. What? Whatever.
We're having too much fun today.
Tonight, Devils will beat Rangers tonight.
Yes, tonight. Yes, as we
As
all.
they say, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Not wrong.
Not wrong. I think the next time zone to the right of us, it's 5 o'clock.
That's outside 2 and 1.
What? Yeah, right here. This is what we do. We have fun.
I
I can't say hey.
You just did.
He got you real good. Okay, so 2 and 1 here.
And we keep making fun of the Devils. The Devils game is coming up in less than almost an hour from now,
Yes.
and that is
Go
the
Rangers.
Devils.
Okay, so we have a little bit of a debate here, but anyways,
Oh, that is gonna be ruled a ball and 2-1 count. Great goaltending matchup for tonight's game. Igor Shosturkin and Vitek Vanacek in goal for the Devils game and Rangers tonight. That's on
walk.
TBS at 7. I'm looking forward to that, as you can tell. I've been mentioning all broadcast. We're having fun today.
No, I actually like. I love Swedish people. They're so funny. I never.
Yes, big out here. Coming up now is number 10, I believe. No, 6. Number 6.
He like hesitated a little.
We'll get a name for him. Number 6. Number 6, Jack.
We have my
James
Hinspeeder. Yes. Yeah, he's the leadoff hitter, center fielder. So runners at first, second. Now the Gales have the double play in order. Oh, it bunts, and it's a
clear.
foul ball. Foul ball.
They should have let it play.
Gales bench fired up. And David steps off there. Oh, swing and a miss there. Nothing in 2. Okay, so it's 0-2 now. David Anderson 1 strike away from getting the second out. Coach yelling instructions at Watson. Don Bosco trying to get a much-needed insurance run. And again, David steps off. It's been quite a bit here between pitches. But he's got an 0-2 count, though. You don't want to throw anything in the strike zone here because you don't want him to, he's going to be looking for something to hit, so.
Here's the pitch. Runner at second. 0-2 count. 1 out. The pitch. And it'll
that's
be a
on the
high fly
right.
ball to right. It'll be
Victoria's under it. He's got
caught for the out.
Nice, Victoria.
And that's 2 outs.
Man.
Runner does not advance. He'll stay at second.
I don't.
We have
I,
2
actually,
outs
I'm not sure
for
if that
3.
Was, not sure if that was Victoria. The starting center fielder today was
Someone.
Arana. So I think that's who it was. I'm sorry. I thought it was
Yeah, don't worry. It's from the angle we have in the fence, it does not help.
Yeah.
It's okay. What?
Well, we hope one of these games to broadcast a game in the outfield.
Talking about front row service.
And David can't get the curveball over 1-0.
Someone needs to remind that a red card to the right. Who is it? Oh, he's got to be careful.
Away, 2-0.
Oh, he's leaving.
Well, this is actually the hitter who hit the home run the last time up. The catcher, LaQuarto. He had a bomb to left field off of Isaac Young to give the Bosco a 4-2 lead. Gales got 1 back in the 5th. Still trail here though. 2 on, 2 out. 1-0 to him. 2-0. David's gonna be pitching. Careful, pitching around him. So a 2-0. Strike. Oh, it was 3-0. I'm sorry. He thought it was a walk, but it's a strike. 3-1. Again, great crowd here for Don Bosco, and a great crowd as well for St. Mary's, with the JV guys sticking around. Obviously, we appreciate Coach David D'Alessandro
And tomorrow
joining
should
us.
be packed. Remember, we got Rutherford tomorrow.
Yes.
And it's
Little hometown game.
and we're in Rutherford, so
Yeah.
if you can't make it, that's a problem because you're in the same town. Tomorrow's game. What?
Ground ball back to Anderson.
Hope this guy
Off
knows
the
that
mound.
there's,
Fields it cleanly. And a high throw, and it's what? And that ends the inning. We're going to go to the top of 6 with Watson leading off.
So just quick message from Nigel to Watson. He just said, "Watch out, and you're not tough." And that was it. 4-3 is your score back after this. Welcome back. Number 55, Blaze Conti, just heads to the bullpen during the break. And number 9, Kyle Watson's up bat and gets a strike. 0-1 count.
Well, he just got chewed out a little bit by Nigel.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope, I would play well now.
Well, I mean,
If I
to
were
be
you.
honest, I don't really blame him because it looks like the first baseman kind of like interfered with him.
Yes, and almost went after him.
Or no,
almost,
the
so
runner, yeah.
Great call by
Yeah.
Nigel, of course. Nigel, of course, coming at the right
Well, I
time,
don't think Nigel's-
speaking at the right time, and getting the right call done to avoid craziness and mayhem in this game, which has been so far.
Oh,
peaceful, and it's
Watson
a ground
lines into
ball.
center field, and it will be caught.
Oh.
So Watson lines out to center for the first out. Hit that ball hard, but just hung up in the air a little too long. And that is the first out of the game of the inning.
That'll bring up now number 0, Jacob Herrera, for the Gales. 4-3 is your score at the top of the 6th, of course. Coming up will be the 7th. It'll be the closeout if, of course, well, hopefully it's another walk-off. That would be a credible way to end today's day. And, of course, we'll try to interview if the Gales win. Try to interview somebody. What? A strike. Oh, 1-2 count. So 4-3 is your score. No one on base yet. 1 out at the moment. As waiting to see what happens next. And it'll be a swing and a miss and 1-2. Yep. Number 5 too. And number 5 is also warming up in the bullpen for St. Mary's. I don't even know who number 5 is. Nope, wrong one. Can't be number 5. 25? Arana. Oh, okay. So number 25, Xavier Arana, is also in the bullpen warming up. So we have two potentials here for for the 7th, if not tomorrow, against Rutherford.
Got him looking over
And
the
got
inside
him looking.
corner.
That's the out. Second out.
Second out for the pitcher number 27. That is Gabe Alvarez. So Gabe Alvarez with his first strikeout, and the shortstop Jason Rosado will be tasked with keeping the inning alive.
No, Francesca mom's taking me home.
Okay.
Because they got the wax museum tonight for my sister.
Oh. Bobby, can you see how many people are like? Are you able to see like how many like people are like watching?
Yeah, we're on different locations.
3 different channels.
What?
We're on 3 different channels.
Oh. Can we
Sure,
like?
why?
Are we able to like see like how many are watching?
You would have to Google. You'd have to check.
Barometer for
Yeah.
There's a strike. 1-1. Strike 1-2.
1-2 count, 2 outs, 4-3 is your score. Trying to add another run in here before Bosco takes over the 7th. Here comes the pitch.
He went. Strike
And
3. And the tag.
Strike.
Yep, that's the end of the inning.
Strike
so 2
3, end of the
strikeouts in
inning.
the inning for Alvarez. And that will take us to the top of the 7th with Bosco leading 4-3.
4-3. Welcome back. Anderson still remains as the pitcher as we head to the top of the 7th. 4-3 is your score. The Gales are trailing by 1. They cannot afford to have another run in by Bosco in order for them to try to either come back to tie it in the bottom of the 7th, if not try to win this game as the sun begins to set almost here as it is 6 o'clock here.
There's a strike from David Anderson as we begin the top of the 7th. So the final inning here, unless we go to extras.
Yes. Huge play. This is all on David Anderson, what he can do in the outfield and infield crew. They cannot afford to let a run go in because that will like mess this entire Gales backup revenge plan of winning this game.
Sure will, and it's getting even colder now, and the effects of the sun might be affecting both the batters and the pitchers with like where the sun is located right now.
No somebody. We're broadcasting. Hit him. And
hit
he'll walk.
him, and that'll put the runner on first.
Number 22 will head to first. That is Becker. That'll bring up now number 23, Hernandez. For Don Bosco, runner on first now, no outs.
Swing and a
Strike
miss.
one.
Nothing in one. Get big task here for David Anderson, trying to keep this a one-run game, as the Gales will have their last turn at bat in the bottom of the seventh, trying to avoid dropping to 7-3 on the season.
6-3. 6-3.
I thought they were 7-2.
No, they're 6-2.
Are you sure?
So runners now at second because of a walk, right? Walk. Oh, it's because of a walk. Still on 1 count. Crucial inning. Cannot afford to let a run in. They're in scoring position.
Yep. Let's see.
Anderson the pitch.
Oh,
Outside
look at that.
for ball.
I thought
number
it was
one.
I thought he called it a strike.
1-2 count.
That was another beautiful pitch.
Of course, Bosco's bus is still behind us at the moment, and they don't got no ordinary school bus. They got a nice
Struck him out.
charter.
Got him with the sinker. So Anderson has the big first out in the inning. Still a runner at second.
Still 4-3 is your score. 1 out. That'll bring up now number 2, Grantel. Nigel's telling to the players now, they got a shot. Move up now. Make the right calls. Make the right play. Yes, the Gales have a shot.
Oh.
Anything's possible. And the napkins go flying.
All right, so. Sorry, we have a bit of a dis.
You can't litter.
Okay, so. Runner at second.
What did count? What out? 4-3 is your score.
Okay, so it's a.
What did count? What out? Here
This
comes
is-
the
you know,
pitch
this
from
is-
David
this is-
Anderson. It's been a wild game for us.
It sure has.
It's been the most exciting broadcast we had in this entire
Up,
year. Both
David
baseball
steps
and
off.
basketball.
Yep. This has been quite the game. Gales will have one more chance in the bottom of the seventh.
But they need to focus on getting these 2 outs and not allowing another run to come in. Here's the pitch.
Swing and a
Swing and a
miss.
miss.
Good pitch. High fastball.
1-1. 1-1.
1-1. Wow.
Wow. 2-1, a little
2-1.
high from the angle we had.
At least showing some beautiful curveballs, but not really getting much calls from the home plate umpire tonight. Two-1 from Anderson.
Anderson the pitch.
Ground
And
ball
it'll be a foul
foul.
ball.
2-2.
2-2. All right, crucial moment here for Anderson, because this is going to determine this game, how we're going to end this inning.
Yep. David's got
So here's
one.
my hope. I'm hoping they could strike him out. He'll try to run for a pickoff attempt. Get him out. Or
Well,
not a stolen base and get him out.
DB's been very aggressive with the base
And Don Bosco,
base running
and
today.
Don Bosco's been great with running
Yes.
this entire game. And we noticed that. And I mean, all the chances that they had were all great chances, but the speed did not match.
2-2 pitch. Struck him out.
Oh!
Got him with a fastball.
Struck him out.
So
2 outs.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Anderson.
Folks, this game's not over yet. The Gales still have a chance, and they still have a chance to win it. They're in it to win it.
So, 2 outs now in the 7th.
Yeah, 2 outs, 4-3 your score, top of the 7th, as you're waiting to see how this game ends.
The score clock is the scoreboard is wrong, by the way. It says 1 out. There
Yes.
are 2 outs. As we get a couple more visitors for the St. Mary side right at the end of the game. And
that's
foul
foul
back
ball.
in the neck.
Let's not hope they win. So if they do win, we'll try to get your boss there. We'll need a play because we've been pretty good.
Okay.
Let's get a start. Because everybody else can get and they can get themselves.
Yep. Let's see if we can do it. All right.
Hopefully they win.
So
They win.
2 outs, 0-1 count, and
Yeah,
that's
that's a
fly ball to left. It's pretty deep. Back goes Moreno. He won't get
And
there.
over the head.
And Don Bosco will bring in another run. How about that?
So it'll be an
5-3.
RBI double.
RBI double. That's a
And a run will
huge
come.
insurance run for Don Bosco, and they now lead this game 5-3. Wow.
So the Gales need 3 now to possibly win it, and 2 to tie.
Well, they got to get out of the inning first. Oh,
If they
David
can
got
do it.
so close. Got 2 outs, back-to-back strikeouts.
2
One
outs.
hit deep to left. Moreno gave it his all, just could not get it over. Just could not
Again,
make
the
the catch.
speed showing how key this game is. A quick meet with the coach with number 24 now. That is Kushner. See how it ends. Crucial inning here. This will determine practically the game almost. If another run comes in, it could potentially be over.
Strike, 1 run.
Strike. And Gale's chances.
Well, the Gales will have the 8, 9, and 1 due up in the 7th. So that would be the 8 spot, which is the pitcher spot. So if Anderson
Isaac
might
Young.
come up,
Oh, Anderson, yes. Yep.
then Xavier Rana and then Tyler Giordano
Yep.
are the hope for the Gales to score in the
And of
ninth.
course,
But
there was some
David's gotta
bullpen
get-
action happening to, down to the left. We have number 23 coming back out.
For
We have
Don
number
Bosco.
5 and 1 more for Don Bosco. About 3 players potentially to try to close out the inning and not afford a run to come in. Of course, the Gales need 3 once the inning comes time. Doable, but we'll need to work hard.
There goes the runner from second, and it's
that
hit
is
on
a
the
ground
ground to
ball
third.
till
It's a fair
third.
ball. Blaze has got a long
And-
throw to make, and he can't make. And
He got him out.
Watson scooped it out. And that
5-3.
ends the inning. What a scoop by Watson to bring it to the bottom of the 7th.
5-3.
Gales need 2 to tie.
Heading to the bottom of the 7th. Could end it here.
All right,
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the Gales
Last
here against
chance.
Don Bosco down by 2. David Anderson, who pitched the last 2 innings in relief.
And this is his first time, I believe, at bat as a pitcher. It's
Yep.
going to be a crucial one here.
get
3
the
run
lead
is
up.
what you need. 2 to tie.
Yeah. Leadoff man is always crucial in these games. Let's see what David Anderson can do.
And, of course, after this, Devils
Strike
tonight.
one.
Devils
And,
Rangers, more important.
So this is Michael Hanna, who is, oh no, is that 27?
Yeah, 27.
Oh, sorry, Gabe Alvarez is still in. He's trying to close this for Don Bosco, trying to improve them to 7-2 on the season. And down 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Yeah, so 1-2 count, of course. Trying to keep this game alive.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Struck him
Struck him out. Ooh.
1 out in the 7th.
1 out, 2
Morales
down
with
to go.
high heat there for the first out.
2 more to end this unfortunate game, which
It
the
is-
Gales.
So Xavier Rana, the number 9 hitter, and then back to the top of the order for Giordano. Gales need one. Gales just need 1 base runner to get the tying run to bat.
They need 2 to tie. They need 2.
No, but the tying run would be the bat. So they need 1. Yep. Well, it's been a hard-fought game all along. Don Bosco leading 5-3. Giordano waiting on deck. And it's in there for a strike, 1-1. And the flies went out to left. That should be playable. And there's the second out. So that
One away.
puts St. Mary's down to their final out. And it'll be up to the leadoff hitter, Tyler Giordano, up for the 4th time. Giordano has been the Gales 2 for 2 in a walk. As we get some. So the Gales try to keep it alive right here for this big game against Don Bosco. And it's inside, ball 1. Giordano, maybe their most patient hitter. This is not going to be an easy out at all for Gabe Alvarez. And a foul tip, foul ball, 1-1. if Giordano were able to get on, Josh Moreno would come to bat as the tying run. And remember,
Blaze
he had a
Conti would be
triple.
up after if
Yep.
we're lucky.
Gales have all their big hitters coming up. Trying to get Tyler Giordano. And he grounds
And
one to third. It's a
that's
foul
foul.
ball.
1-2.
And that puts the Gales down to their final strike. Tough fought game. Bosco took the lead in the 5th on a 2-run home run with 2 outs. That's the difference right now. So again, 1-2 to Tyler Giordano. So 1-2 from Gabe Alvarez to Tyler Giordano.
Here's the pitch.
Struck him
Struck him
out,
out, and that is the ball game.
Don Bosco wins this one 5-3 in a thriller.
Well,
As Gabe Alvarez strikes out 2 in the 7th, and Don Bosco
it
wins
was a
this game.
great pitching job by both David Anderson and as well as I believe Isaac was up first. Yep, Isaac Young. They both did a great job. Nothing but positive. And what's more important tonight? Devils Rangers, 7 o'clock.
Yes.
All right.
TBS.
I'm gonna exclude my opinions from that game, but you guys just enjoy the game, and enjoy tonight, and stay warm because
Yes.
it is pretty cold out
And
here.
we're back
Don't
tomorrow.
forget, also, if you're not a hockey fan, the Knicks are playing at 7 as well.
And the Yankees.
Okay,
and
the
the Yankees
Mets
are
are
on.
playing at 10.
Yes. That'll do it for us here. And a reminder, Rutherford Gales tomorrow, big rivalry game. Join us then. From Jack Rizzo, I'm Elijah Weintraub. Thanks for joining us.